So it is basically the work of transport layer to transport the packets, and then we have got our network layer, and the internet protocol works on the network layer, and the transport layer is the connection oriented layer, and the protocols working on the transport layer are called the connection oriented protocols because they need a connection between them. And the protocols, for example, IP protocol, internet protocol, works on network layer, and they are connectionless protocols. And what is the main purpose of the network layer? The main purpose or the main responsibility is to provide means of transferring variable lengths of data sequences, which are called datagrams. So its main purpose is to provide means for the transferring of the datagrams from one node to another node. And it is not a reliable connection. It's a unreliable connection, and it is the responsibility of the transport layer to connect to do the reliable transportation. And underneath the network layer, on number 6 or number 2, you could say, is the data link layer. And as the name suggests, the main purpose of the data link layer is to provide a reliable link between two nodes. So, to provide a reliable data link between two nodes, and it also detects and corrects the errors that may occur at the physical layer. And at the data link layer, we assign, or the system assigns MAC of physical addresses to the packets. And our switches work at the data link layer, and usually our routers work at the network layer. And on the bottom, we have got physical layer in the OSI model. And the main responsibility of the physical layer, or the main purpose, is to determine the electrical and physical specifications of the data connection. As the name suggests, it works on bits, and its main purpose is to determine or to specify the electrical and physical specifications of the data connection, and it also defines relationship between device and the physical transmission medium. So it also defines the relationship between the laptop and the copper wire. And it also uses the protocol to establish and terminate our connection. So this is the main purpose of the physical layer. So we have got 7 layers in our OSI model, and those layers work at the source and at the remote computers. So if we are using an application, then that application gives the data to the application layer. Application layer gives that data to the presentation layer. The presentation layer converts the data into the machine readable format and gives it to session layer. The session layer establishes the connection and gives the data to network layer. The session layer gives it to transport layer. The transport layer is responsible for sending the data securely to the host computer, and it assigns the TCP address to those packets. And underneath the transport layer, we have got network layer. The network layer assigns IP address to those packets, and underneath the transport layer, we have the network layer, we have got data link layer, which assigns physical address to those packets, and then the physical layer sends the data to the remote computer. At the receiving end, the physical layer gives the data to the data link layer, and the data link layer reads the MAC address or the physical address of the device, and if it's intended for it, then it gives the packets to the network layer, which reads the IP address and gives it to transport layer, and the transport layer reads the TCP and gives it to the session layer, and the session layer gives it to the presentation layer, which converts the data into the application readable format and then gives it to the application layer, which is interacting with the user at the receiving end via the application. And this is how a communication on network is done. Remember, friends, that OSI is a conceptual framework, and at the physical level, the communication might be done in a different manner. So thank you very much, friends, for watching this tutorial. If you would like to know more about networking and OSI model, then please visit ifectioner.com. So take care and bye-bye. See you next time. Bye.